Hello guys, welcome to our Tuesday Tech Fix. Say hey, hi, hey ya, and all of that to Versus. I'm in a little bit of a philosophical mood today, and so I'm gonna throw a conundrum at you. How do you know someone really cares about you? Of course, there are a bunch of materialistic answers, but in the larger scheme of things, if let's say someone misses an India-Pakistan match for you and that to a World Cup encounter and they're a huge cricket fan, I think that's love of the highest order. So in today's episode of Versus, you'll see what we did. We did just that. So hold your horses for that story. In the first story, however, we're kind of picking up from where the last episode of Answered by Rajiv Makhni left us hanging. Rajiv got a question about buying a third-party charger for phones because original OEM parts are, obviously costly. He downright said no, as in never mess with battery and charging, etc. And that got us thinking, what about cameras? And of course, what would the tech team at Hop be if Sharath does not go overboard with cameras, stories, and packages? So yeah, that's the first segment for today. If you are a camera nerd, wait, one sec. You don't need to be a camera nerd. If you have a camera that cannot make calls, then this first story is for you. Do not, I repeat, do not miss it. But before getting into that story, I'm being given some signals from behind the camera. And as an expert in dumb charades, I can tell you that I'm being reminded about my name super. I'm being reminded about my name super. Yeah, thank you guys. My name is Rag, who is such an expert at anchoring that he always speaks one more long line after getting his name super on air, because Rag knows that the producer really likes to cut to the show bumper soon after the anchor's introduction. Welcome to Versus. So I've already briefed you about what we are about to do in the first segment. So it's a new format that we're trying. If you like it, send us some appreciation. And if you don't, you can still send us, your love. We try very hard for you guys. How hard? Hard enough to risk personal equipment. So I'm going to toss to Sharath, who is doing a story on using branded batteries versus third-party pieces, and ended up in a dilemma with his own personal camera.
Hi guys, welcome to NDTV Hop Live, and surrounded by cameras. Dream job? Question mark. Answer yes, but I'm here for a different reason today. So we are doing original OEM batteries made by manufacturers versus third-party ones that you can acquire for a little cheaper price. Also, don't just go by Panasonic branding. This is future forward in Lajpat Nagar, and they have almost all the brands that you can think of. Abdul, can you just show them around? 1 minute jaldi se, tab tak main bag mein se baaki saman bhi nikal lunga. So I told you they have every brand that you can possibly think of, and they have good rates also. Sometimes if it's nearby, अगर आप area में just drop in Saturday, Sunday को. मैं usually यहाँ पर ठंडा पानी पीने के लिए भी कई बार आ जाता हूँ. So this is the culprit in hand, by the way, जिस वजह से ये करना पड़ रहा है. This is the Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema camera. ये NDTV का नहीं है. This is my personal camera. This is what I use to learn filmmaking. Now this camera was supplied to me by Future Forward, so technically welcome home. So this is where I bought this camera from. So the scene is, this camera supports Canon का LP E6N की batteries. This is from an Indian manufacturer, same battery. Now there is some sort of price parity. I will quote Canon India की website पे जो price है. This is for around 4650, and this one on their website is some 1800 rupees. Of course, if you come to Future Forward, आपको ये भी cheap मिल जाएगा, आपको ये भी cheap मिल जाएगी. But the point is, ये बॉक्स खाली है क्योंकि ये बैटरी मैंने ऑलरेडी खरीद के इसके अंदर डाली हुई है. आई थॉट थोड़ा पैसा बचा लेता हूँ, बट हियर्स द कल्प्रिट. द बैटरी इज स्टक इनसाइड द कैमरा. सी, इट्स स्टक. ये बाहर नहीं आ रहा है. अगर प्योरली परफॉर्मेंस एंड वैल्यू फॉर मनी के हिसाब से अगर मैं कंपेयर करूँ तो दिस वन इज़ रफली 1800 mAh, 4650 रुपीज़. This is 2100 mAh for some 1800 rupees. And again, आप दोनों पे बार्गेन कर सकते हैं आप फ्यूचर फॉरवर्ड आके, और टेल देम NDTV हॉप से शरत ने भेजा है. What is the discount? Anyways, so the thing is, this one ran a 5D Mark III for almost an hour and a half. Canon की ओरिजिनल जो बैटरी है, and this one ran it for close to 2 hours plus, actually 2.5 hours plus तक ये battery, you know. Now if you do some maths and if you do some calculations, आप figure out करोगे कि इसके प्राइस में ये कम से कम आप 3 तो ले ही सकते हैं अगर आपकी bargain skills अच्छी हैं तो. But look at it from my point of view. ये मेरे कैमरे में बैटरी फंस गई है, इज़ नॉट सपोज टू हैपन. तो इसका मतलब बैटरी की कंस्ट्रक्शन या बिल्ड में कुछ बबल रहा होगा, कुछ तो एनॉमली रही होगी, बिकॉज दीज बैटरीज गो इन विदाउट एनी प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. सो नाउ यू हैव टू आस्क योरसेल्फ दैट हार्ड क्वेश्चन कि अब इसको कैसे सॉल्व करें. नॉट टू साउंड टू ब्रैगिश बट आई एम ऑन गुड टर्म्स विद दीज पीपल. सो मेरा रिपेयर तो प्रायोरिटी बेसिस पे दे विल डू इट राइट नाउ. बट वॉट इफ you know you have a camera जिसका ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है. So I'd say, I mean, if you want to buy such devices, see, I'm not against these, but try it first. कोई डमी कैमरा में इसको डाल के पहले ट्राई कर लीजिए if it fits and if it comes out. I didn't do that. Out of excitement of getting a 2100 mAh का बैटरी मैंने सीधे प्लग करके इसको इसमें डाल दिया and ये 3 दिन से बैटरी मेरे कैमरे में फंसी हुई है. अगेन दिस इज माई पर्सनल कैमरा. ये एक्सपेरिमेंट मैंने किया आप लोगों को दिखाने के लिए. डोंट ट्राई दिस एट होम. सो डू व्हाट आई सेड. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट बी अ लिटिल कॉशियस अबाउट यूजिंग थर्ड पार्टी ओएम्स बिकॉज आपको ब्रांड वैसे भी वारंटी नहीं देगा. मेरे केस में आई एम गोइंग टू रिपीट इट अगेन. सिंस दीज गाइज एट फ्यूचर फॉरवर्ड आर वेरी नाइस, सो दे सेड कि हम आपका प्रायोरिटी बेसिस पे ठीक कर देंगे. मे बी आप अगर आउट ऑफ दिल्ली हैं या कहीं और से हैं, तो आपके यहाँ शायद वो फैसिलिटी ना हो. नॉट सेइंग कि वेंडर अच्छा ना हो, क्या पता फैसिलिटी ना हो. एंड सेकेंडली द मनी आई genuinely feel that you save by buying something like this is not worth the headache that you'll have when something goes wrong with your camera. Imagine ये सिर्फ फंस गई है and my heart hasn't beaten properly for the last 3 days. अगर ये लीक हो जाए अंदर, अगर कुछ भी हो जाए, XYZ चार्ज ना ले, स्मोक दे दे, then what do I do? बैटरी बाहर ही नहीं आ रही है. So don't do the mistake that I just did. I kind of like how Versus has become the show where you are learning by me making mistakes, and I'm not making these mistakes on NDTV equipment. This is my personal private equipment. I really love my camera. So I'm gonna toss back to Rag, and he'll take the finish or whatever. He'll toss you into the next segment. I'm gonna get my camera repaired. I'll see you soon.
I'll be honest, I have mixed learnings from this story. Like, I do really love saving money on third-party accessories. As you saw, however, the price difference was massive enough to tempt me. But yeah, nothing should compromise your device ever. What if we could check these accessories, first on a dummy unit? Then maybe. It's an interesting thought. Interesting enough to last us through this short break, maybe. Welcome back after the break to Versus, guys, and let's just jump into our favorite segment. Meanwhile, I'm gonna stoop my head a little low today. Well, I don't know how to drive, at all. Sharat was pretty much zipping around town in a BMW i3. Yep, an all-electric car. Look at the irony. I don't know how to drive, and he knows and can show you what regenerative braking is.
Hey guys, welcome to NDTV Hop Live, and those of you who love to call themselves auto lovers, जो कहते हैं कि हमें गाड़ियाँ बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद हैं, हम तो पूरे उस cars and autos में घुसे रहते हैं. क्या आप ये blue seat belt लेके, can you guess what car I'm in right now? What car am I driving right now? 3, 2, 1. If you couldn't guess in 3 seconds, I guess more or less it's pointless. So this is the BMW i3. It is BMW's fully electric car, and having spent 3-4 days with the car, I think I have some very interesting tidbit of information to share with you, but I have a limit of 2 minutes, so I'm going to do it as quickly as possible. Also driving a BMW but wearing a Jaguar cap. So I'm slightly hinting towards the fact that BMW and Jaguar have signed a JV, and they'll be making some interesting electric products. I should also be doing news, by the way. I'll do it very well. मेरा style कैसा लग रहा है news करने का? Awesome. Anyways, so I'm going to talk about regenerative braking because that's a question that most people ask. What is it and how it works? So let's just pan towards the area where the entire action happens. Whoosh. So the first thing, if you see this meter over here, it shows you electric power, so that's the power you're consuming. Then there's a middle point where it is right now, see? So I'm static here, so neither is the car charging nor am I expending energy. I am while the AC is on. By the way, the car is also on, so that's one thing that you know with an electric car, no sound at all. Damn silent. Then you see this meter here, charge. So I'll first get some activity going here, right? Just stay on that. So also try to notice my driving foot and the screen as well. I'll try to point it out. So as soon as I press the accelerator, after putting it in drive, as soon as I press the accelerator, you see this meter starts nudging towards electric power. So I'm consuming electricity stored in the car's battery. Now what is regenerative braking? As soon as I take my foot off the accelerator, the car starts braking, and did you see? It also started going towards the charge. Now I'm at static still, so it comes back to 0. Let's try and do it at a faster speed as well so that you know what it is. I press the accelerator, so I'm using battery, the car is moving. And now I'm arriving at a red light. I'll try to cross this or maybe not. And I'll just let my foot off the accelerator, and as you can see, the car is slowing down. It's braking. And it's also charging it simultaneously. So that's regenerative braking. So instead of all the energy that used to go waste with conventional braking systems for friction, heat dissipations, these brakes, they do add longevity because, you know, they are not roughening up the system. They actually conserve this energy and store it back into the battery. So next time you want to talk about a car which is smart and is saving a lot of energy, look for this blue badging. Lots of love, BMW, lots of love.
I'm trying to mimic the i3 by being as quiet as I can be. This is still loud by i3 standards, by the way. Let's take a break. I'll practice off screen. Welcome back after the break to Versus. Remember the intro, how I spoke about love, how I hinted that we missed the India-Pakistan match to do this third story? So that's what it is. Sharath did not see the match live because the entire week he was researching this feature, how to get your out-of-warranty devices repaired. We'll take a quick jump cut so that he can start his story. But what is a jump cut?
Well, if not perfect, but I'm hoping very close, but then this is a jump cut. Of course, it's been shot on separate days, so हमारे लिए frame match करना थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, but please bear with us. I hope you get the point. Okay, so I spent the last 4-5 days in the hot, sweltering heat of Delhi, including today also, but आज का final lessons मेरे को मिल गए हैं. But okay, let's start with what it is. So, what do you do when your camera sort of breaks down and it's out of warranty? First of all, मैं around the office, I went around asking different people कि आप क्या करते हैं, and as a consensus, most of the answers pointed me to Chandni Chowk. It was not a चौंकने वाला answer. I think आपके भी मन में चल ही रहा होगा Chandni Chowk. So yeah, I sort of landed clueless in Chandni Chowk, to be honest, and I was just walking around गर्मी में. And markets में भी घूमता रहा मैं. Finally, I ended up in Kucha Singh market, and that was purely by chance. Once I was there, वहाँ जाके मैंने एक बार को थोड़ा पूछना शुरू किया कि कहाँ से ठीक करा सकते हैं, क्या कर सकता है. Of course, now most of the shopkeepers वो अपनी ही दुकान का नाम ले रहे थे. So I changed my strategy. मैंने जो थोड़े से स्माइलिंग वाले फेसेस लग रहे थे और जो कस्टमर्स लग रहे थे उनसे पूछना शुरू किया. So they pointed me to अग्रवाल जी से करा लीजिए. So I ended up at अग्रवाल जी की दुकान पे. And yeah, so pretty much he looked like an experienced person. मेरे से उन्होंने काफ़ी अच्छे से बात करी. He was very happy with letting me film it. Thank you अग्रवाल जी, thank you so much. So not only do new DSLRs get repaired and fixed theirs, वहाँ पर I saw the Sony का Z5, which is a very old camera. Z5 या Z5S में से कोई एक कैमरा था. I'm not sure because मैं all that time I was just loitering around because it's Chandni Chowk and it's a camera market. So of course everywhere I see, मुझे तो bright light Las Vegas की तरह लग रही थी. So yeah, so my cameraman for the day, Abdul, he did shoot a lot of stuff there, and मेरा query जो मैं लेके गया था, that did get solved. So he fixed my very old DSLR, उन्होंने fix किया. So if you have any similar problem with your DSLR, with your camera and majorly any other electronics, I guess he's a very helpful fellow. So आप जा सकते हैं वहाँ पे. Ask for अग्रवाल जी. If any day you find it closed, rest assured आसपास और भी बहुत सारी shops थी. But yeah, when a lot of people pointed me towards him, so I'm assuming कि तो काम अच्छा होगा. Then comes the part कि अगर आपका phone out of warranty हो जाए, then what do you do? So I did not want to go to the usual places, Gafar and Nehru Place. Not that कि मैं नहीं गया था, by the way, मैं गया था. In fact, too many long cab rides and one of the अच्छा, मैं ये नहीं बोलने वाला था कि ये मेरी पहली मेट्रो राइड थी, कि बस वो तो झूठ था, बट ये मेरी पहली इतनी ज़्यादा लोडेड एंड स्टफ्ड लाइक मॉलिक्यूल्स वाली मेट्रो ड्राइव थी. सो फाइनली आई रीच्ड यांत्रा. So now Yantra is different from what you'd see at Gafar, what you'd see at Nehru Place, because Yantra is certified most of these partners जिनके आप phones लेते हैं, most of these companies से, and it's a very buzzing startup. So first and foremost, I gave them a phone. Now मैंने जानबूझ के उनको ऐसा फ़ोन दिया जो मुझे पता था कि कहीं नहीं सही होने वाला है. It's a Nokia Lumia 1020. फ़ोन मेरा अभी भी चलता है, जस्ट दैट कि उसके सिम ट्रे में थोड़ा सा इशू था, कुछ सिम फंस गया था एंड वॉट नॉट. सो नाउ रिमेंबर, नोकिया एट द टाइम इट वॉज इन डिक्लाइन. जब माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के पास था तब भी उस फ़ोन के पार्ट्स नहीं आते थे. मैंने उस फ़ोन का बहुत ध्यान रखा है, बट इनके पास थे. देयर टर्न अराउंड टाइम वॉज अमेजिंग. आई मीन जस्ट अज्यूमिंग अगर आप कोई ऐसा फ़ोन लेके जाते हैं जिसके पार्ट्स तो रेडिली अवेलेबल है, जो मार्केट में अभी भी है, तो उसका टर्न अराउंड टाइम और भी जल्दी होगा. सो देन दे वर ऑल्सो काइंड इनफ टू शो मी अराउंड कि इनका काम कैसे होता है. सो दिस इज़ देयर फैक्ट्री जो आप शॉर्ट्स अभी देख रहे होंगे. सो इट्स ऑल अ प्रोसेस. It's a very calculated process. There's an inventory section, then there is a software section. They've built their own CRM जहाँ के through ये phone track करते हैं. Multiple like entire floor पे at any given time. मतलब I'm just throwing a random number. It looked like it. कम से कम 100-200 phone at any given time ठीक हो रहे थे. And then when they give this phone back to you, it comes with a Yantra warranty as well, which was one of the best things that I liked about it. So imagine they're partnered with Apple and whatnot. So when they gave me my phone, a phone which was out of warranty, from a company which technically got boomed at a one time, they gave me warranty for that phone कि अगर आपका इसमें कोई दोबारा प्रॉब्लम आती है, all you have to do is just drop us a call and आप ये कर सकते हैं. They have software checks वगैरह करके देते हैं. Like they gave me a proper tour and I was very happy with it. Also, after spending so much of sweat and fighting the elements, यांत्रा पीपल ने ऑफकोर्स उस टाइम तो मुझे बहुत हंसी खुशी भेज दिया, बट देन दे गेव मी अ कॉल एंड दे सेड व्हेन आई फाइनली टोल्ड देम कि दे सेड सर आपने इतनी मेहनत क्यों करी, आप हमें कॉल कर देते, हम आपका टेक्नीशियन आपके ऑफिस भेज के भी उतने ही टर्न अराउंड टाइम में ठीक कर देते. सो एन एप्पल आईफोन 6 जो मेरे से वाइल डूइंग अ टाइम लैप्स सेकेंड फ्लोर से गिर गया था, एंड आई थॉट अगर मैं इसको अब गफ़ार या कहीं लेके जाऊंगा तो वो पार्ट्स जेन्युइन नहीं होंगे, बी अगर मैं एप्पल को दूंगा तो आई थिंक उतने में तो नया फ़ोन आ जाएगा. सो देन यांत्रा से टेक्नीशियन आया, he took that phone and उसने उसको नया बना के मुझे वापस दिया. How stupid do you think I am? पहले ही अगर पता कर लिया होता फ़ोन करके तो शायद वहाँ तक नहीं जाना पड़ता. But well, it was a good experience to see कि फ़ोन ठीक कैसे होते हैं. Once you see how it's happening and once you see कि it's done in a proper, calculated, planned method, then you realize कि इसमें कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है. That's when you can start trusting कि आपके साथ हो क्या रहा है. Parts की genuineness and everything, labor आपके सामने हो रहा है. That's when you can start trusting them. But yes, I still do feel stupid. ऑफिस बुला के ही कर सकता था. Dang it!
By the way, at Yantra, we came across another very interesting thing. Trust me, it's super interesting. But just to get you hooked, we're not going to do it in this episode, or the one after that, maybe not even the one after that. To find out what I'm talking about, why don't you get in the habit of tuning into NDTV Hop Live every day at 7 p.m. Didn't that idea sound absolutely awesome? Let us know how awesome. For now, Rag is going to say bye, but he'll be back for the den on Friday.